Okay, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be featuring a game from the stream from May 20th, I believe. This is a featured game where this is a TBT where I go up against one of my more hated strategies to go up against. It's probably something that I will never respect and probably never enjoy playing against. And I think this only really works in TBT or TVZ, I'm not sure. Because I feel like in TVZ, playing this strategy would get you killed really fast.
Command center upgrade complete.
He does do an SUV scout, but I don't think he sees the gas count. Whereas I did SUV scout with something else, just Reaper scout.
Base is under attack.
I was on his POV the whole time, my bad. But, you know, so we noticed that he hasn't scouted anything, whereas I have scouted this at the front. He tries to get aggressive with 2 Reapers, but gets caught by my first 3 units. We notice that he's only now building a natural, so we aren't fully sure what's going on here. But this is a bit funky.
Add-on complete.
And I go for my tank Raven opener here.
Command center upgrade complete.
And again, I'm just standing in the main, not knowing if it's a drop or not, so we have to be a bit respectful of that possibility. You can see me at the edge of the base, making sure that if I need to catch something, I will. We add on our 3rd command center and our 2nd and 3rd racks with stim, and we just push out with this. We do actually walk into the very first battle cruiser, which is very inconvenient for him. I actually don't have Vikings in this army, so I don't have the easiest time trying to kill this, but I can at least damage it. As you can see, we've brought it to maybe a quarter health now, and it's forced to teleport away, meaning it hasn't gotten any actual value. Because it never got to the economy, so that's good for us. We add on 2 more Raxes, and he is also going to add on a 3rd base here. So he is very behind, and I obviously don't know this in real time, but I am up 10 workers. I do try to attack him, but he does get a nice Yamato cannon off, and I'm just trying to follow him so that I can make sure he doesn't get to the economy. The whole point is to make sure he doesn't get to the bases I have. Obviously we see this now, but he is playing mech, so this is going to be a bit of a challenge. We again catch a battlecruiser en route to my base. Turrets are up as well in the bases, so that means it'd be harder for him to attack. I am thinking that he's put his base here, but he hasn't, so it's not like I can try to take advantage of that here. Siege tank accidentally walks into the natural. I'm just standing in front of the bases here to see where he tries to expand. I'm just trying to keep watch. Definitely could have kited that out, but I didn't know what was behind the battlecruisers. +1 armor and ship vehicle weapon start for me as well. And we're just looking for the battlecruisers. We barely miss each other there. And I don't notice his base? I'm not sure. Maybe I barely wasn't looking. Accidentally sieges up in front of the tank, which was foolish. There's one SCV attacking me, which is funny. We notice he's come to this fourth base. And we can actually kill battlecruisers before they teleport away now. So we do keep that in mind, knowing that we have a Viking count that can stand up to battlecruisers. But again, it's a matter of numbers. I think it's 7, which is the inflection point of when it gets bad. And we're gonna try to, you know, keep some pressure on him, have some semblance of map control. The one Yamato cannon does get rid of the tank, but he does trade a battlecruiser for it, so that's not worth it for him. I accidentally siege up way too close. I am curious where he just went, and obviously he has set 6 o'clock and looking for that base. He's also going for this. So we do have to try to keep his expansion pattern under control and try to figure out how much economy he really has. He comes to 12 here thinking I have expanded here, which I have not. I've taken the space. But that does mean he does have free reign at natural. Me thinking he's gonna Yamato that. And then he Yamatos everything else. We unfortunately don't kill anything there, but it's not the worst thing in the world because he hasn't done economy damage. Like, I am still at 70 workers. I am still okay in this game. But I do have to try to stop him from getting out of control to make sure that he doesn't get the chance to just mass BCs all day. I siege up here at the 3rd base. And I technically have air control because I can one-shot the battlecruisers now. The next step for me is going into Liberators to try to stop these tanks, to try to unsiege them and force him to move. I killed the 3rd, I don't know why he tried lifting that to run for it, but it's good for me. If you notice, he's actually got 56 workers, which means he's lost some in this last few minutes, I think, to that encounter. And I'm just using this against him because he has tanks that he needs to siege up again. I think about landing here, but we don't know where the battlecruisers are, so we can't really do this safely. We unfortunately kind of just walk into this situation here, but because of the Viking count being so high, we're actually able to one-shot these units. I think the idea was to try to hide the Liberators so the Marines couldn't target it, because it is hard to target Libs when there's this many Vikings in the air. Maybe not the greatest idea. Again, we are just making him slowly unsiege the tanks, and we are slowly winning. That's what we're doing here. He does decide to teleport into my main, which does mean I have to respond to this while I'm trying to also attack this base, knowing he's there. Marines are actually able to do quite well here because 2-2 against 0-0 battlecruisers is very good. And he hasn't noticed that, but he actually has no upgrades. We go after this base, knowing he's trying to expand here. Unfortunately, get the Vikings way too close. And we also see this base. So we know which bases to go for to try to kill. And because he's been bleeding battlecruisers, when he comes to my second base again at 12, he doesn't have that much. He's only 2 battlecruisers. Whereas here, I'm just killing a base. Again, there was no healing involved, but still good kills on his expansions. Next base as well, same idea. There's nothing he can do about this. He can't defend this. Because he doesn't have the battlecruiser count to threaten me. I don't go for this base. Oddly. I don't know why. I think my idea is to go for this or this base. He again is trying to come here at 12, but we decide to try to go for this base and just chip away at the turrets. We do have to be careful though. The 2 battlecruisers do get sniped. And he's actually not repairing here, he just runs. I'm not fully sure why he doesn't repair his planetary. At 12 o'clock again, he is able to do some damage because there's nothing here at the moment. He warps away, and unfortunately, this is the moment he warps right into all my Vikings and kind of realizes he's done for. He does have this base coming up, This base is also running, but he's on so he's on 92 workers. This is where he's finally taken a lead. He has had 50 worker kills in this whole game, and I've had 20. So despite me not killing anything, I am still relatively ahead for the game state. Because all his run-bys have actually done something now, where it's all culminated to this. But I still have a standing army that he can't deal with. I land the Vikings here knowing that the BCs aren't around. And this base falls and he kills game. But this is definitely one of the most annoying strats to ever deal with, and I hate dealing with this. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.